Hello, everyone, and welcome to a series of tutorials on how to navigate the struggles of graduate school application process. In today's episode, I have with me Ebenezer Pierre, who started his journey in 2019 and finally in 2021, he made it to the United States of America. So before we start, Ebenezer, could you give us a background and tell us a bit about who you are?
Okay, so I'm Happy Ebenezer. Okay, so I'm Happy Ebenezer. I'm from Ghana. I went to University of Cape Coast. I read economics. Currently, I'm studying my master's degree at the University of San Francisco. Like you said, I started my application journey in 2019 application season. Then I got here in 2021. So that is brief about me.
Okay, what did you do for after your program? What did you do?
So when I was done with my 4 years at the graduate degree, I served as a teaching assistant at the University of Cape Coast economics department. It was during my teaching assistant period that I started applying because it was like a norm. If you complete it, almost all the TAs will be applying, so you have no choice than to follow it.
But I thought the TA, the one should do TA, getting scholarship abroad to go study abroad. It was called TNA abroad, TNA
Honestly,
abroad.
to be frank, that was what we thought. We all became TAs because we were thinking that when you become a TA, it's easy to get a scholarship. But I think people have known that people are coming to realize that scholarship is not just for TAs, it's for anyone who is prepared to go through the process and submit his document.
Okay, thank you for this brief introduction. So before we actually go into the main topic, I have one question for you. I need you to just see any word that comes into your mind. Don't overthink it. We are in 2022. So in 2032, there's a dash. You're going to put your name there. I dash, that dash. I need you to put your name there.
Hi, Ebenezer.
Yeah, let me just finish the question, then you answer. So in 2032, I dash your name. I will be dash country. You put a country there and dash anywhere that comes to mind. So let's go.
I don't know if I can say hi, Ebenezer.
In 2032.
In 2032, definitely I will be in Ghana.
No, follow the form. In 2032, I dash your name will be dash country and dash anywhere that comes to mind. Free word. Yeah. Do you get me?
So the dash is three. You want
there are three dashes. The first one will be your name, the second one will be your country, and the third one will be any word that comes to mind. Do you get it now?
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go.
Okay. So hi, Ebenezer. I will be. Hi, Ebenezer. I will be.
Yeah. I can't hear you.
Why is this thing being difficult for me?
You're overthinking it. That's why I said don't overthink it.
I mean, if you don't think, you just mess.
No, you don't mess it up. Just anything that comes to your mind. So I'm listening to you. What did you say?
I don't know if you know me. I'm that person who wants to get everything right.
So, no, there's no right or wrong answer. So I said just say it. In 2032, I dash. Your name will be in dash country and dash. So let's hear you.
In 2032,
yeah.
I Ebenezer will be in Ghana.
And what?
And probably we'll be writing for African unity. Probably that is basically what I mean.
Okay, that's great. So thanks for this. And this is just to lighten the mood and just make you feel comfortable. So now let's start the conversation. Where were some of the challenges you faced and how did you navigate that?
So of course, basically, one of the major challenges for me is application fee because
Okay.
I mean, I started applying and I wasn't a first class student, so I was
Okay.
skeptical about investing my money to this application thing. What if I don't get a scholarship? I lose my money, and I was really scared too. So I wanted an alternative. So I realized
Okay.
that instead of me investing my money, I was going to invest my time. So in my time, what I meant by I was going to look for schools that um, I won't spend that much on. So I started my application by first of all I applied to US. Then because I was looking for free schools, I started applying to European schools because most of them are free. So
Yeah,
I
that's
applied
true.
to um, Australia. Australia was struggling. I have to even put a hold on it because I didn't have anyone to guide me through. I applied to Russia. I was able to get something. I applied to Hungary. I applied to UK. But I wasn't getting what I wanted. So subsequently, I realized that I need to stick to US. So when I
Okay.
came to US, I was looking for how I can apply to US school for free. That is when I came across application fee waivers. And
Okay.
application fee waivers, through application fee waivers, I discovered other ways of applying to school for free. That is application fee deferral. And interestingly, if you are just interested in admission, then you can also look for schools in US that they don't take anything. That is, there are schools in US that don't require you to pay application fee. So basically, I discovered these three things, a great ways of applying to schools in US for free. And with the one that really helped me was the application fee waiver because
Okay.
a lot of schools were giving that, unlike the other two that only few of them, and it's hard to come by. So for the application fee waiver, um, I got, like a lot of them, and because I was getting a lot of application fee waivers, I I joined webinars, which
Okay.
most of the webinars, not all of them, but most of them, they will give waivers. They will even indicate that they're going to give waivers. Some will not indicate, but they will give the waiver at the end of the interview. So, okay, sorry,
So
end of, okay.
before, how did you know? Like, how did you find the webinars in the first place?
So the webinars in 2019, I didn't know about these
Okay.
application review waivers. So I was just like applying to my school. So I didn't really know. But
Okay.
along the way, as I'm applying, so you see this school and you talk to them, they'll be like, oh, there's an information session coming up. You
Okay.
should join. It will help you. So one school that I joined, and after that, I got a web waiver. That was that was when I started becoming intentional about it. So I will go online and I will search maybe the school that I want to apply to, University of San Francisco,
Okay.
uh, upcoming webinars, or sometimes they don't do webinars, they do it information session. So I was
Okay.
searching it for the schools that I wanted to apply to. If I get an information session, I join. If I don't get it, then then along the way I then came back to do it, graduate application fee waiver or application webinars. So that one will get me a lot of schools,
Okay.
specifically the school I wanted to. So I did it for the school that I wanted to apply to. The ones I couldn't get, I paid for them. Then I came back to the ones that this one I was done with applying to the ones that I was going to pay for. Then
Okay.
the rest was free schools. So I was just looking for schools and I was applying to them. So if I tap graduate application, because you can join undergraduates if you are looking for undergraduate application and the information session or webinar. These two things are what will get you the schools. Then you scroll through and look for the likely schools that you are familiar with and attend and get the waiver in. So that is how come I got a lot of waivers. And it was difficult, like having access to a lot of waivers, using them, and even getting them when you get the webinars. I wasn't getting time to join all the webinars because there were a lot of them. So I shared it with a colleague friend of mine. She was a statistics student. So
Okay.
she would join for some, and I also joined some. So when she attend and get the waiver, she sent it to me. And now the ones that I also attended, um, like I sent it to her. So we were doing that and we were applying because our goal was to apply until we get a scholarship. We are not stopping application. So we were applying January, we were applying February, we were applying. It started from maybe August, and we were applying. Along the way, I can say that she got tired, but I was still applying, but no. And
I guess like this became like your full-time job.
oh yeah, for me, I took the application thing as a full-time job because I was doing this part-time research work for people, so I didn't have to go and work for $1,000. So I'm not. It's not in so I felt like I didn't want to go and work because I wouldn't get time to. I mean, do this application. But then it was like this thing or nothing.
Okay, okay. Thanks for mentioning with the application fee waiver and the fact that you could share it among yourself. And one thing that's also important to notice is like the university education system is a business. So even for the application fee waiver, there's a number of people they are looking for, maybe a time frame. So maybe they can decide maybe between January 1st to January 31st. This is when the application fee waiver would work. So if this is actually a route you want to go, immediately you get this fee waiver. Please and please again start applying. Don't be like, oh, I have application fee waiver, so I can wait and apply whenever I want. And there's the other part where what you talked about, I think, is the university that's offering that. There's also the part where you send emails to the department and be like, hey, I'm interested in applying for this program in this university. Unfortunately, I don't have the cash to apply. Is it possible to give me a waiver? And one thing that works is you could mention the name of your country and you could mention the exchange rate and how much that costs.
Honestly, I don't like the fact that we always equate Africa. And so, what I normally want to
Yeah.
encourage you to do is rather, instead of you, they know that you're applying to lots of schools. So, rather tell them that at the moment you are short of funds. So,
Okay.
if they can, if you take care from like, I'm, I don't know, I'm sick and tired of developing countries saying we are all begging. Like, they
That's
know,
not begging. That because that's the truth, that's the fact. You can't change the fact that that's our minimum wage and
I get you, but
the
um, I prefer to beg in a like I prefer to ask something in a professional manner, as if I'm not in need of it, but actually I'm in need of
okay, that
it. Yeah.
I believe facts are facts. So you could go through the webinar approach, or you could actually send an email to graduate school. And one last thing is when you get the application fee waiver, how many programs can you apply for in a school? Is it just one program, or you can use it several times?
It depends on your goal. You know, some people are about if I don't get mechanical engineering, I'm not applying to any other program. So even if they get a waiver and that school does not have mechanical engineering, they are not going to apply to. But for
Okay.
me, like I said, I utilize application fee waivers as a backup schools. I first of all apply to the ones that I'm confident my safe schools. I pave them. So every application fee waiver I get is like a like a backup. So I don't really care about whether I don't. It's not like I don't really care. I know US system. You know, it's there are related programs like you can be doing development studies, but you can be taking courses from the economics program. By the time you realize you're done with the major courses that is required for economics program, like I'm doing right now. So because of that, I applied to, for example, University of San Francisco. I applied to economics department and I
Yeah.
also applied to development studies department, the international studies department. And I considered the funding. I got funding from both departments. I weighed the two. I realized that international studies, they were willing, like their funding was quite heavier than the other one. So it's better to, for me, I think if your goal is to come get it get it on the first attempt, it's better to apply to two or more schools. However, if you apply two or more programs, however, if the programs you're applying to is being managed by the same coordinator, then it's a bad decision to apply to those programs. I don't know if you are getting what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say.
I
Yeah.
get you.
So
So
that is
the
if the coordinators are different, the committees are different. That is if they are not a joint department, two different departments are reviewing the documents, then you can apply to even two or three if they are related to your department. So that is how come
okay.
I feel like if you do that, you can utilize the application fee waiver effectively.
Okay. 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 Thank you very much. And this was a great session. So I'm just going to summarize it. Like to one of the ways to maneuver the issue of paying application fee is to attend a lot of webinars
Yeah.
to help you get these application fee waiver, or you can consider applying to free universities like universities don't require application fee waiver like Norway, UK, Germany, France, like all these countries have application fee waiver, or you could actually send an email to the graduate assistant to request for an application fee waiver. So thank you. This session was very educated. Like before we end, do you have any last words for us to close the session?
Yeah. Um, my last word would be a good step. I know a lot of people struggle with the application fee thing, and I think if you go by the webinar approach, you wouldn't really have that problem of you going through your application and submitting and like the thing. Like I mean, it's not going through because if you just pick a waiver that has been shared online, you don't know when they started sharing it. So probably like you said, it has been exhausted, or maybe the deadline for that waiver has expired, or maybe the person who was sharing it didn't tell you that this waiver is for this particular program only. So you see the waiver and you think that it's for the entire school, but maybe the waiver works for a particular department. So if you really want to get a waiver code, I think the best utilize the waiver code and you don't want to stress. The best way is to join the webinars, or if you see it early, apply, use it as soon as possible. That is all I have to say.
Okay, so thank you very much. And as I said from the beginning, this is going to be a series of videos or tutorials on the struggles. We've covered one. So if today is your first time on my channel, I'd like to say welcome, hit the like and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button to get notified as we discuss the other struggles. So you hear from me again.